Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going deep, really deep into some seriously messed up stuff. We're talking about the dark side of the US government, the secrets they don't want you to know. Get ready for a journey into the shadows of American history. We're about to uncover some of the darkest secrets the US government has tried to hide from us. Why are they so obsessed with keeping things secret? What are they so afraid of? Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Okay, so picture this. You're just living your life totally unaware and suddenly, bam, you're trapped in a government experiment. Imagine walking down the street, enjoying a sunny day in the park, or just going about your daily routine, completely oblivious to the fact that you could be part of a secret project. It's like something out of a dystopian novel, but it was very real. You don't even know it's happening. That's what happened with Project MK Ultra. This was a top-secret CIA project that ran from the early 1950s to the early 1970s. The aim? To develop mind control techniques that could be used against enemies, both foreign and domestic. The people involved had no idea they were being used as guinea pigs in these experiments. The CIA was obsessed with mind control, like something out of a science fiction movie. They believed that if they could control the human mind, they could control the world. This obsession led them to conduct some of the most unethical and inhumane experiments imaginable. They were willing to go to any lengths to achieve their goals. They wanted to control people's thoughts, make them do things they didn't want to do. It's crazy, right? Imagine being forced to act against your will, to betray your own beliefs and values. The psychological trauma inflicted on the victims was immense, and many of them suffered long-term effects. They used LSD, hypnosis, and who knows what else. These substances and techniques were used to break down the human psyche, to make people more susceptible to suggestion and control. The experiments were often conducted without the subject's knowledge or consent, adding another layer of horror to the whole ordeal. They experimented on their own citizens, people like you and me. Ordinary people were subjected to extraordinary levels of psychological and physical stress. They were treated as mere tools in the pursuit of a twisted scientific goal. The ethical violations were staggering. They were desperate to figure out mind control, and they didn't care who they hurt. The lengths to which they went to achieve their objectives were shocking. They destroyed lives, all in the name of national security. The desperation and ruthlessness of the CIA during this period cannot be overstated. Can you imagine being drugged and experimented on without your permission? The sheer violation of personal autonomy is horrifying. These people were stripped of their dignity and humanity, reduced to mere subjects in a cruel experiment. The psychological scars left by these experiences were deep and lasting. Your mind, your thoughts, totally invaded. The idea that someone could reach into your mind and manipulate your thoughts is terrifying. It's a violation of the most intimate part of your being. The fear and paranoia that resulted from these experiments were profound, affecting not just the victims but also their families and communities. It's terrifying, the things they did in the name of national security. The justification of these actions under the guise of protecting the nation is chilling. It raises serious questions about the lengths to which governments will go to maintain control and power. The ethical and moral implications are staggering, and the worst part? Most of the records about MKUltra were destroyed, so we'll never know everything that happened. The destruction of these records was a deliberate attempt to cover up the truth. It leaves us with more questions than answers, and a deep sense of unease about what else might be hidden from us. It makes you wonder, what else are they hiding? What other dark secrets are buried in the government's files? The legacy of MKUltra is a stark reminder of the potential for abuse of power. It forces us to question the transparency and accountability of those in positions of authority. What other secrets lie hidden, waiting to be uncovered? This story is about the Tuskegee syphilis study, and it's truly heartbreaking. It's a dark chapter in American history that reveals the depths of human cruelty and the consequences of unchecked power. The study began in 1932 and continued for 4 decades, affecting the lives of hundreds of African American men and their families. For 40 years, the US government conducted a study on African American men in Tuskegee, Alabama, and it's one of the worst examples of racism and medical abuse in American history. These men were promised free medical care, meals, and burial insurance, but what they received was far from care. They were deceived and used as subjects in a cruel experiment. These men were told they were being treated for bad blood, a term used to describe various ailments, but they were actually given syphilis. The doctors involved in the study never intended to cure them. Instead, they wanted to observe the natural progression of the disease, even as it caused severe health problems and suffering. And even when penicillin became available as a cure in the 1940s, they were refused treatment. The researchers deliberately withheld this life-saving medication to continue their study. This decision led to unnecessary pain, suffering, and death for many of the participants. The government wanted to study the long-term effects of syphilis, and they were willing to sacrifice the lives of these innocent men to do it. The men were not informed of the true nature of the study, nor were they given the option to withdraw. This blatant disregard for their autonomy and well-being is a stark reminder of the dangers of unethical research practices. Can you imagine being told you were getting free healthcare only to discover they were infecting you with a deadly disease? The betrayal these men experienced is unimaginable. They trusted the medical professionals who were supposed to help them, only to be used as guinea pigs in a heartless experiment. These men trusted the government, and their trust was completely broken. The impact of this betrayal extended beyond the participants, affecting their families and communities. The legacy of the Tuskegee syphilis study has left a lasting scar on the relationship between African Americans and the medical community. The Tuskegee syphilis study is a terrible mark on American history, a reminder of the horrible things that can happen when power goes unchecked. It serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of ethical standards in research and the need for accountability in the medical field. It's a story that needs to be told, so we never let something like this happen again. By remembering and acknowledging this dark chapter, we can work towards a future where such injustices are never repeated. The Tuskegee syphilis study stands as a powerful lesson in the importance of informed consent, respect for human dignity, and the ethical treatment of all individuals. Okay, have you ever felt like someone's watching you, like someone's reading your texts, listening to your calls? Well, you might be right. Government surveillance is real, and it's happening on a huge scale. Thanks to people like Edward Snowden, we're starting to see the truth about how much the government is spying on us. They say it's for our safety, to prevent terrorism. But honestly, it feels like a massive invasion of our privacy. Do we really want to live in a world where the government knows everything about us? They're collecting our data, tracking our every move, and who knows what they're doing with it. It's like something out of a dystopian novel, and it's kind of scary. We need to be aware of what's happening and fight for our right to privacy, because once our privacy is gone, it's gone forever. All right, let's talk about aliens. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. The government has been hiding the truth about UFOs for decades. They've been denying it, covering it up, but the evidence is out there. We have reliable witnesses, pilots, astronauts, people who have seen things in the sky that they can't explain. And then there are the government documents, the leaked files that suggest secret programs investigating UFOs. Why are they so afraid to admit the truth? What are they hiding? Are we being visited by beings from other planets? The government owes us answers. They can't keep ignoring this forever. The truth is out there, and it's time for them to tell us. Okay, get ready for this one because it's a big one. We're diving into one of the most controversial and secretive episodes in modern American history. The Iran-Contra affair was a huge political scandal in the 1980s, and it showed how far the government will go to get what it wants. It involved high-ranking officials and secret deals that shocked the nation when they came to light. The US government secretly sold weapons to Iran, a country they were supposed to be enemies with. This was during a time when Iran was considered a major adversary, making the deal even more controversial. And why? To fund a secret war in Nicaragua. The money from the arms sales was used to support the Contras, a rebel group fighting against the Nicaraguan government. This was done without the approval of Congress, making it an illegal operation. It's like something out of a spy movie. But it really happened. The covert operations, the secret meetings, and the hidden agendas all played out in real life, far from the public eye. They lied to Congress, they destroyed documents, they did everything they could to hide what they were doing. The lengths to which they went to cover up their actions were extraordinary and showed a blatant disregard for the law. It was a massive abuse of power, and it showed that the government is willing to break the law to get what it wants. The scandal led to multiple investigations and hearings, revealing the depth of the deception. The Iran-Contra affair reminds us that we can't always trust those in power. It serves as a stark reminder of the potential for corruption and the importance of transparency in government. We need to hold them accountable and demand honesty. Public oversight and a free press are crucial in ensuring that those in power do not abuse their positions. Because when the government operates in secret, bad things happen. The Iran-Contra affair is a powerful example of why vigilance and accountability are essential in a democracy. These are just a few of the many secrets that have been kept from us. It's scary to think about what else might be happening that we don't know about. Stay curious, stay informed, and always question what you're told. Don't be afraid to dig deeper, to search for the truth. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into hidden truths. And remember, the truth is out there.